should still be there.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Why did you choose Florida?
There's something about it. You have to go to Florida.
I have to ask you a couple of questions over again. You told me that you had 5 brothers and 1 sister. The brothers' names were Dan.
Ben was the oldest one.
Ben was the oldest.
And Daniel, and then Joseph,
And Pete.
huh?
Pete and Herman. And your sister Julie.
Julie was the oldest.
So after you left Granite City, did you see any of your brothers and sisters again?
Yeah,
Which ones did you keep in touch with?
they all piled in on me when they wanted to.
Well, I remember Herman, we used to visit him and he used to visit us. And I remember going down to Pete's house. Now, when Pete built that house out in the middle of the cow pasture,
Oh,
the first time we went down there, I don't think they had electricity, did they?
no, probably not.
And then they got electrified
And
because
no toilet in the house.
no toilet in the house and no running water in the house either.
No,
How'd they get their water?
huh?
How did they get their water?
In a bucket,
There was a pump out in the yard.
huh?
Remember they had a pump in the yard with a handle?
Oh, we
that-
had one of them in the kitchen
And where?
when I was growing up,
Oh, when you were growing up, I see. That was in Granite
and
City.
you had to pump it, prime it, pour water down in it.
Did you, after you left home, ever see Ben or Dan or Dave?
Yeah, I saw them when I could.
They still lived in Granite City?
Yeah, some of them.
You would travel down there. I remember visiting Julie's house. Was that in Granite City?
In St. Louis?
Was it St. Louis?
Yeah.
What do you know what I remember about her house? The cockroaches.
Oh,
You remember that? She had a lot of bugs.
and Tony used to come and pile in on her husband, just to stay overnight or whatever.
He didn't live there?
No. He'd get up in the night and go in the kitchen and cook and eat all the food
Where did he live?
wherever he wanted to.
And how many children did she have?
About 5.
I know Susie. And how about your brother Ben? Did he have children?
Who?
Ben.
Yeah.
How many children? Do you remember?
He had about 4, maybe.
And where did they live?
Where did they live? With their mom.
Where did Ben live?
In St. Louis. He worked where they make airplanes.
Where they make airplanes for public or for the military?
Huh?
For the military or for the public?
Public.
Public. Yeah, there was a airplane manufacturing place down there. And where did Dan work?
Yeah, lived out along the canal.
Where did Dan work?
I don't know.
Didn't Dan work for the railway? Didn't he work for the railroad for many
Joe
years?
did.
Joe did. See, I think Herman told me that Dan had a railroad pension. Did Dan have children?
No,
He never got married?
probably. Yeah, Bernice. He was married to Bernice.